Hi, this is Paula Bernier with TMC. I'm here at ITEXPO in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I'm speaking with Ray Pasquale with a Unified Office. Welcome.
Hey Paula, how are you?
Great, thanks. So for those not familiar with the company, can you tell us a bit about the company?
We're a managed services provider that initially sought out about 4 years ago to reinvent voice over IP. In other words, to make it work. And we've done that. And we did that by some novel technology, building our private cloud architecture, transmission network made up of relatively inexpensive components as opposed to the old days where you lug these T1s around in MPLS tunnels. It cost a lot of money. And then we took it another step further with our service customers, in particular Domino's and other quick serve restaurants, and invented sort of a visual approach to seeing their communications part of their business. And we called it a visual analytics suite. We announced that, I think, last year at this show. This year, we're layering on top of that the ability for machines to communicate important information about their businesses. And this could be anything from refrigerated temperatures to make table temperatures to you name it. They tell us what's important. We just wrap that into our existing service architecture and they get everything with Unified Office.
Tell us a little more about the voice analytics part, and then we'll talk a bit more about the IoT piece.
So the voice analytics part essentially gives an owner of a multi-chain restaurant the ability to visually see what's happening in your communications network. So it runs over their broadband, and they can visually see all the calls that are coming in, who they are from, how long they've been on hold, and they have these little speedometers that tell them whether they're in the green, red, or yellow zone. If they're in the green zone, they're making more money. The IoT comes in as a layer on top of that. On that visual screen, there's a little space set aside to see violations of certain temperatures of certain elements in that restaurant, for example, or it could be a hotel or it could be any business.
You had an interesting comment when we spoke the other day about the voice analytics piece and how if there's no action as far as telephone calling activity at a store, that could be an indicator of something quite important. Can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, we didn't. It's a sort of a side effect of how we do predictive analytics and alerting. What we discovered, or what several owners have discovered in the QSR business, is that some of the stores were closing earlier than they should have on a weekend. Basically, there's an alert that we send out that says if we don't see communications traffic for 15 minutes or so, we will send an alert to the owners and managers saying we consider the store to be abandoned, possibly. Whether it is or not, we don't know. But it turned out that a lot of them were closing early and the owners didn't know about it. So.
And as far as the new Internet of Things capability, how do you get that? And also, how are companies actually implementing it? They're using it to monitor and analyze data from what, and how does it help them be more effective?
So the IoT thing for our quick serve restaurant customers, what's important to them are they're a very highly regulated industry. I.e. the health inspectors will come in periodically and take temperatures of different, like make tables, prep tables, whatever they want to call those things. And there's a lot of food inventory cost to that when they have to throw the food away. So we do really simple things to get started, right? In other words, we don't want to do this big convoluted architecture. They tell us what's important. We wrap that into our reporting mechanisms already, and we just show them, like, look, your refrigerator's about to fail. You ought to get an HVAC technician over there before it does really fail. So we start simple, and then we start to scale from there, and we do iterations. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So.
Great. Well, thanks so much for being with us today.